I promise you this is the last speech of the day. It's mine. And it's for everybody, but it's geared towards the graduates. So here we go. Dear graduates, you are not special. Let me explain. Before you, many others all over the world graduated just like you and were told by their parents, by their teachers, by everybody that they are special. But were they? They were in the millions, hundreds of millions perhaps. They were all told by their teachers and parents, guests and friends that they are special, that they are unique, that they are very special. But were they? How many of them do you know? How many of them impacted your life? How many does the world still calls special right now? Not many, a handful maybe, but not many. What happened with them? They all commenced a new life. They left behind the high school years. They buried that era of their lives and they went on with a new life. Some went to colleges, some went into various trades and jobs, some married, some died. Eventually, most married, some totally different than what they thought they would, and had children. They all moved the world forward. So, did their teachers, parents, lie to them when they said they were special? Honestly, think about this question. Did their parents lie? Did their teachers lie when they told them, as we tell you, that you're special? No, they were sincere. And you're going to tell me that that's impossible. It's impossible at the same time to say you're not special, and I affirm it, you're not special, and yet have so many people tell you that you are. But it isn't impossible. They were sincere. These graduates were special to them. They still are. If they are alive, they will be forever. To understand and appreciate more fully this truth, I have to tell you what I just relearned a few days ago when I was subbing a biology class and reading with the students about the way our memories are created in the brain. It's awesome. It's God-made. And it's full of an intrinsic wisdom. You see, we don't store memories like we do in a computer where we write it on a hard drive in a magnetic way and we change the properties of substance and therefore it stays there, recorded, written as it were with a pencil. In the brain, each time an event is memorized, a memory is created. What happens in fact is that two neurons are joined in a new connection. And their connection, this new friendship as it were, between neurons, is the memory. This is why in the same way you are not special to the world, you are not special to just anybody, but you are special to us and to your parents and to your friends. There is a connection that was created, a memory shared. And so long as both of us live, you remain very special to someone. This is also why in that glorious day when Christ returns, He will declare that not all people are special as they thought, as the world teaches us, as the world would us have believed. He will acknowledge as special, as His only, as His light of the eye, only those who had a connection with Him, with whom He shares memories. Those who wanted, who sought, who cultivated His friendship, and thus His Godship. Here's what we read in the Bible. Not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven, but the one who does the will of my Father who is in heaven. On that day many will say to me, Lord, Lord, did we not prophesy in your name, and cast out demons in your name, and do many mighty works in your name? And then I will declare to them, I never knew you. I never knew you. Depart from me, you workers of lawlessness. It's in Matthew 7. verses 21 through 23. You see, they did many good things for God and in God's name, or so they thought. But they neglected the most important thing, having a close, a deep relationship with Jesus Christ. He never knew them. They didn't connect. There was no memory created, so to speak. There was nothing recorded of them with the Lord. For the same reason, when the Lord was visiting the house of two sisters, he said about the one who sought his friendship that she chose the better part, while the one that busied herself with preparing the food and making the guests comfortable and so on was not commended. Now as they went on their way, Jesus entered the village, and the woman named Martha welcomed him into her house. And she had a sister, Mary, who sat at the Lord's feet, listening to his teachings. But Martha was distracted with much serving. And she went up to him and said, Lord, do you not care that my sister has left me to serve alone? Tell her then to help me. But the Lord answered her, Martha, Martha, you're anxious and troubled about many things, but one thing is necessary. Mary has chosen the good portion, which will not be taken away from her, in Luke 10:38-42. So then understand, graduates, that you shouldn't run in life for things that make you special. You'll be a Martha. Nothing can and nothing will make you special. Not one thing. The doers of miracles tried. Martha tried. The 7 exorcist sons of Siva tried. They all failed miserably. It's not important how special you are, but how many people are special to you. Graduates, remember this. It's not important how special you are, but how many people are special to you. The more people are special to you, the more special you are to God and to others. The Bible very powerfully affirms this principle, and I'm not going to read the whole text, you know it. It's in Luke 16, verses 1 through 9, where it tells the parable of the unrighteous servant who, being ready to be fired by his master, calls back his master's debtors and sits down with everyone and asks them to write down a new debt, smaller debt. And so before he actually gets fired, he helps these debtors to reduce the debt and makes friends with them, right? Here's how that text ends. And I tell you, make friends for yourself by means of unrighteous wealth, so that when it fails, they may receive you into the eternal dwellings. And here God is telling them through this parable how important it is to connect with others, to make others special in your life. That's the only thing that matters. You are the Logos generation. You were born with a school, and I believe that in a different way, in a God-ordained way, you embody its spirit. You were the ones to whom God granted and entrusted for the first time in the history of our school this year to organize and lead the Logos Spirit Week. And it was great. The song you chose, Trusting in God, was so powerful, so eloquent for the spirit of our school. Logos Christian Academy stands unapologetically for life. See that you do too. Logos Christian Academy stands unapologetically for investing in people, sacrificially, self-forgetfully. See that you do too. Logos Christian Academy stands for deep friendship with God. See that you do too. May God bless you and keep you and help you to carry the gospel you have received with love here everywhere you go. Amen.